Hello, this is an overview for the strong and weak pairs, and for this chart we are having the sterling Japanese yen, and we can see that the sterling is weak and the Japanese yen in the 4 hours having the score of 6, which is a strong indication to short the sterling against the Japanese yen. I'm using the strategy of the channel. So what we will do, we will go short when the price break out this lower line, and the stop loss will be in the higher channel. So this is a Donchan channel, and the period here I have is 55. So let's run the test and we see how we can use the indicator. So once the price cross here, we'll mark it as sell. So you can see here this is a sell line, and here will be our stop loss line. So as we can see that 5 GBY score here with the time it starts being 5, so I'm not interested right now to short, as long now it is 6 again, so it is updated to 6. So once I'm entered here as a short, and here will be my stop loss. So the short position started at this bar here. Stop loss remain the same. GBY is still strong in both time frame 1 hour and 4 hours. GBP is moving to the strong position in the 1 hour. However, I'm using only the 4 hours for the trade. We'll be using that. I will just put it in a different color, green color, so we can use, here is a stop loss moving above the higher channel here. So I will stop the video right now, and we'll see the result when we exit the position. So we are back, and we can see that we stopped out here in the breakout of the stop loss, the green line, as we identified before. So if we check that trade, we can see that we enter at this bar to this, which is over 945 bips to the downside. Now we run the strategy tester again, and we see how we can enter again as long as the GBY is still 7 score and the GBP is still 0 score. We can see here that the position of the score of the GBP starts increasing in the 1 hour. 4 hour remain 0 and the GBY remain 7. So we'll be forecasting here to go short as long as this is still remain 7 and this is 0, the GBP. Stop here and see that the GBP starts weakening, showing weaknesses in the 1 hour and 0 in the 4 hours, while the GBY still 7 in the 4 hours and 2 in the 1 hour chart. So I'm using the 4 hours here to forecast the position. So I will be short the market in the breakout here, and this will be my stop loss. So we can see here, if we are using the closing under here, we did not trigger yet, and we have a pin bar to the upside. So the position is still not yet valid. The score of the GBP starts increasing again, 5 in the 1 hour and 1 in the 4 hour. GBY starts showing weaknesses in the 1 hour, but it's still strong in the 4 hour chart. Here we can see that the GBY has showing is very strong, is very weak in the 1 hour, and moved from the 7 position to score number 3. And the GBP starts showing strength here, because it was 0 in the past and now it's 2 and the 4, and in the 1 hour the score is 4. So we'll see how we can enter in the market and following that trend. We can see here that the GBY is very weak in both time frames, and the GBP starts showing a strength in the 1 hour and start rising in the 4 hour chart. We can see that it's the strongest currency in the 1 hour, and the second strongest currency is the CAD. So far there is no trade in GBP GBY till we get the confirmation of the score. Of course, this is very important for the range trader, so they can use the range between the base currency and the counter currency to do the range trading. Now we can see that the GBP has jumped again to the weak side, and the GBY starts rising again in the strong side. So I'm just waiting H4 here, the 4 hour chart, to have a high score in the GBY to enter the market. Now we can see that it is 6 and 0. So let's go back and see that we was in the downtrend. We break out the channel to the upside and start breaking down the channel to the downside, which is a good indication we are below the moving average. So for here I can forecast a short position when we break out the channel, and the stop loss will be above the higher line. Let's run and see. Still no position. GBY starts jumping again to the side. Now we can see that it's strong. We enter the position stop loss remain here. Moving the stop loss to above the higher line. I'll stop here, and we can see that we enter at this part, and this is a stop loss. Okay, I'll stop the video till we check the result of that trade. So we are back and we are exit the position here. If we go back, we can see that there was some attempt here that we can stop out. This is why I'm using the stop loss above the higher line. It's not like on the fixed line. When I see a drop like that, I keep only the position above the straight line like here, so it will be above here, so we did not break out. If we move forward, we can see it is the same case here. We can see that it was like down, so I'm using the stop loss above here line, and I did not move it because that time the indication was 0 and the strong position with the GPY also was 6. But here we are crossing the 200 moving average and the upper line of the channel, so we exit the position here. So if we go back and we check the signal that we have, we enter approximately here to here, which is like a 940 bips, 948.40 bips. This is how you can use the strong and weak indicator to forecast the pair that you are trading.